For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college. But a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Simmons.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for New York, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Elfrid Payton, and it's Trier in at the small forward position. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. Your pride is involved. It's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, you know, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to walk around in L.A. and say, hey, we're the best right now.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Philadelphia on D. Pass to Barrett. Robinson with it. Lock at 6. Payton against Richardson. Payton can't get it to go. Now here's Richardson. And the pass to Harris. Pulls up. Offensive rebound. Robinson with the block. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
What I love about Randall is the power he plays with. He's an absolute force inside.
Passes it to Horford. Over Randall. The 76ers with another miss. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New York. Down low, Payton takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
Richardson outside. Pass to Embiid. Banked in off the glass.
He's near automatic from this range. Embiid, he's just an overpowering presence. He can shoulder an offense.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Payton passes to Trier. Over Harris. The shot by Trier, no good.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
first free throw is good.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And for the Sixers, the health of their draft picks has been a story. Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all missing significant time with injury.
Health continues to be a key for them, GA. And Embiid in particular, he's missed some games last year, missed some back-to-backs. He's 7'2". You just hope his knees could withstand the grind. They got to keep him going to reach their goals. The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Richardson, no luck.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. New York, no good that time either. Richardson outside. Pass to Harris. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Jacks up a three. And the 76ers get it back. In the corner, it's Richardson. Off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Left side, Harris. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. New York shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. Barrett, no good. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And they take the lead.
This speaks to the assertiveness of Harris. Look, shots like this demonstrate how effective he can be.
So it's the Knicks now, trailing by 2. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
Well, you know, the ball movement was lacking. And, Greg, you know, things got stagnant. That's why their offense looked so off.
Now here is Harris, following the miss by Julius Randle. Outside, Simmons. The feed to Harris. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Harris has gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that a sloppy effort? I mean, turnovers were a huge issue. They don't have to play safe tonight, but they do have to play smart.
Here's Trier. 11 points for him in that last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
Now here's Simmons, following the miss by Julius Randle, and Simmons slams it in.
Puts it on the deck and takes it to the hoop. Simmons is one of the best at using the dribble to score.
Here's Payton. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. To the paint, and so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Ben Simmons. Second in field goal percentage. And such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And you mentioned it, he's the second best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
Robinson, that's good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Simmons against Payton. The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
It's easy to be in awe of this guy, Kevin. I mean, Simmons, he's just showing superb balance on the drive despite getting hit.
Knicks trail by 6. The pass to Randall. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Harris outside. Let's go. Robinson pulls it in.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
The shot by Trier, no good. The 76ers leading by 4. Inside. Here's Embiid, and he banks in the layup. Embiid's got his second basket of the game.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Payton kicks to Barrett. Here's Trier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Richardson outside. He dishes it to Simmons. Feeds it to Embiid. And a fast break now for New York. Payton with the ball. Trier from long range.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
And the dunk by Embiid.
It's easy to admire Embiid. I mean, the game seems to come so easy to the big fella, especially when it comes to dunking.
Knicks trail by 8. And stolen by Simmons. Passes it to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
New York calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Now, here is Smith. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
Oh, looking to connect with the open man Portis. He's got the right mentality out there.
Now Simmons. To the wing on the left. To the inside. It's rebounded by New York.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
And that one misses. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a two-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
Jumps up, rips down the breakaway slam.
Showing more intensity on the defensive end. When Smith Jr. is engaged, he's effective at getting steals.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 6. Pass to Embiid. Lets it go from deep. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for New York. It's a 5-point game. Barrett the pass to Knox. Pass to Morris. Kicks it to Barrett. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Smith No good from 18. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Embiid. The 76ers again can't hit it. Floats one, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Richardson. New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. The 76ers leading by 3. Simmons with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against Sacramento.
While he was doing that, I mean, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. I mean, he had a tremendous night facilitating. A triple-double machine. I mean, Ben Simmons surpassed by only the great Oscar Robinson with the pace he's piling him up.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
And the first one drops. And you look at the all-around impact of Ben Simmons, already a star and an all-star. You know what, Chris? If he adds a jump shot, how good do you think he can be?
Whoa. Some say you better polish up that MVP trophy. I mean, perimeter shooting, the only thing he really lacks.
That one misses. And when he comes off the bench, you know Bobby Portis is looking to make an immediate difference.
Oh, yeah, and Portis isn't shy about getting shots up as a reserve. He knows he is out there to stir things up and provide a different look for this team.
And here's Barrett. 23 points for him the last game against Toronto. Smith outside, beyond the arc. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Simmons with it, picked up by Portis, and another turnover here by Philadelphia. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
I mean, it's hard not to get discouraged on such an off night shooting the ball, but somehow they kept the intensity up. I mean, that was a really gutty win.
Nice shot by Smith.
Working on his interior game, Smith Jr. is very aware he has what it takes to score from there.
Now here's Burke. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And it's off from 3-point range. Pushing it up. Barrett, no good.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Burke looking over the floor. Outside, Scott. Back to Burke. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on R.J. Barrett. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blaze the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives, who bring an awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally. And that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give him a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now the pass to Portis. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. From 13, and it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Lobbed up there for Embiid. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Chemistry Embiid has with his guys. I mean, he seems to know exactly when to go for these alley-oops.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Portis. Passes it to Barrett. New York, no good that time either.
Cold quarter for him, ice cold. I mean, it may be time to give him a breather. Maybe someone off the bench can get him a spark.
Embiid. Great D that time from Portis.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers lead by 9. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off there. And, you know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also, because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Knicks trail by 11. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Barrett. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Outside Portis. To the middle. Here's Gibson. Count it.
And you see how fundamentally sound Portis is? Excellent job of sharing the rock right there.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the 76ers. Pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. Pass to Thibault, trying his luck from deep. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Barrett, no good. The 76ers leading by 11. To the paint. Here's Bolden. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
Yeah.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league and it's a copycat game, and so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you could say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree. Catching up on the changes for New York. Julius Randle's checked in for Bobby Portis. Lonzo Trier comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Payton in for Barrett. Here's Payton. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
A floater, and it's good for 2. Payton's got his 2nd basket. Philadelphia leading by 11. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the 2nd quarter. Back to Burke. Now, here's Scott. He's guarded closely. The 76ers again can't hit it. The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the 2nd quarter, shooting 40%. Payton dishes to Gibson. About 3 minutes played so far in the 2nd quarter.
And when a giant like Horford comes into your peripheral, just as you're releasing the shot, it definitely makes shooters feel more uncomfortable.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Now here is Horford. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento.
And look, it was more than his scoring. He was dominant on D. His steal numbers for that game were crazy.
Knicks trail by 9 to the inside. And Randle throws it down.
You see the good speed, especially for a power forward. Randle making plays in transition.
Now here's Burke, covered by Payton. Now Burke. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the 2nd chance points. And the 76ers lead by 9.
Although he's not truly a dominant rebounder, Horford will find a way to beat you once in a while if you fail to put a body on him.
And there's the pass to Trier. Misses the 3.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Now, here's Scott. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. That's good from Horford on the assist by Scott. And now it's a 12-point 76ers lead. Now here's Payton. Defense right on him. Here's Randle. And Randle throws it down.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Now here's Burke, covered by Payton. Thibault, the pass to Horford. Again, Philadelphia.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the 1st quarter.
Payton outside. Dishes to Gibson. Passes it to Randall. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Horford. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. And Scott has it in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Scott's got 5 now.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Smith. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Oh, great ball movement there.
For Philadelphia, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Marcus Morris comes in for Smith. Then for the 76ers, Harris is checked in for Bolden. Richardson comes in for Mike Scott. And Simmons subbed in for Burke. Chris, you played only 2 seasons with Golden State, your first and your last. What was it like ending your career where you started?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's the reason why I went back to Golden State, was to retire there. I only played 9 games my last season, but I felt like it was a full circle. It was completion. Being in front of those fans that gave me so much energy there at Oracle Arena, the ones that showed me so much love as a rookie. I mean, I couldn't even, my goatee didn't even connect in. I couldn't even grow hair on my face then. And to come back as an old man my last year, it was a blessing to see those same faces of people who supported me.
By the way, that is a sweet goatee you're wearing tonight. I just want to tell you.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
And Philadelphia making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. Randall kicks to Payton. Here's the lob to the hoop. 6 on the shot clock.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here's Simmons. He's got 7. On the wing, Harris. The 3. The shot that time not on target. The Knicks go the other way with it. Here's Randall. Here's Robinson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
That one misses for Robinson. Chris, one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
For Philadelphia, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. That free throw missing. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated with constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that, you know, guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media's going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. 17-foot shot on the way. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The combo of strength and suddenness, hard not to foul Randall in there.
Big man who was forgotten about during free agency. Randall could be an impact player for the Knicks.
The Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randall should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
First free throw is good.
And a breakout season for Julius Randle in 2018-19. Averaged close to 20 and 10, delivering on the talent that saw him taken 7th overall back in 2014.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Greg, the Lakers allowed Julius Randle to leave in restricted free agency in 2018 so they could preserve some of their cap space.
I mean, his defense still lags behind, but offensively, well, he is special. The lefty, tough to deal with inside.
And here are the Knicks now, following the miss by Josh Richardson. Pass to Robinson. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Horford's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Harris dishes to Richardson. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Richardson's got his first points of the night.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Richardson against Payton, and it's Robinson with the jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
And here's a look at the stats for Robinson. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. He's right around 5 points a night, 11 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Knicks trail by 15. Payton outside. Trying to get open is Randall, and it's blocked.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Simmons passes to O'Quinn. Over Randall. It's rebounded by New York.
There's a lesson for you. Don't showboat. Tries to get fancy with the fadeaway, and it backfires.
Payton kicks to Barrett. Randall outside. Payton looking it over. Shot clock at 5. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Richardson.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Morris against Simmons. Pass to Horford. Back to Simmons. It's stolen by Randall. Here's Payton. They double him with Horford. Inside. Stolen by O'Quinn. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, Fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Here's Morris. 76ers getting the bucket. Robinson passes to Barrett, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
And here is Payton after Josh Richardson was able to get the triple. Just 5 on the clock. Robinson goes in, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And this is part of the reason they're down. The free throw line has not been kind to them this quarter.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. A different look for New York. Bobby Portis is checked in for Randall, and it's Knox in for Marcus Morris. And the 76ers also making a change. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Al Horford. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
Simmons with it. 7 points in the game to the left side wing. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 6th assist on the night.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Now, here's Barrett. Richardson covering. Barrett kicks to Payton. Kept alive. There's the pass to Knox. The second chance effort. Chalk up 2 there. Knox has got 9.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
And so it's Philadelphia holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 9 rebounds. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, how about that ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The 76ers leading by 18. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Trier in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Robinson with the block. They retain possession. Yep, it counts. Simmons got the first basket of the second half. That one for the 76ers. Here's Payton. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's the floater. Ben Simmons with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
A difficult situation for New York. Payton the bounce pass. Now here's Barrett, guarded closely. At the elbow, Randall. The shot will not fall. And Philadelphia the other way now.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Payton against Horford. Payton passes to Robinson. Clock at 6. Back to Payton. Floats it up for Randall. And stolen by Simmons. Richardson with it. Picked up by Barrett. And a dunk by Horford. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 11 rebounds.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
New York calls timeout.
As great as he is offensively, Kevin, Al Horford is even better on defense. Not a volume shot blocker or rebounder, but he's strong, agile, and always in the right place.
And New York making a change here. Smith has checked in. Now, here is Smith. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers. And the versatility of Simmons, astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
And Chris at the defensive end. So much of it is communication and positioning.
Yeah, offense is trying to force rotations and force mistakes. Horford doesn't take plays off, and his recognition is a step ahead.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
And so it's New York with it. 76ers getting the bucket. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
Two.
That free throw, no good. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
And he ends up missing both free throws.
And it's the combination of athleticism, speed, and intelligence Smith Jr. has that's so impressive. Just a dynamic point guard with loads of potential.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Five to shoot.
Oh, versatile defender who can guard at any position. Simmons. He's using his speed and length to annoy shooters.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York.
One shot.
That's good from Simmons. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Smith the pass to Gibson. Randall left side. Over Horford. New York, no good that time either.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Now here is Horford. 11 points in the game.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Smith against Simmons. Can they get it? Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Down low, Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Proving once again how dominant he is. I mean, once Embiid gets rolling, it's like an avalanche.
Here's Smith. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Good D by Embiid.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, an awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Barrett with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. And Barrett slams it in.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim. He ends a huge run by the Sixers.
Smith against Simmons. And here's Embiid. He's got 18. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Simmons dishes to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 21 points for Joel Embiid.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
So it's the Knicks now. Now here is Smith. Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Man, sometimes it feels like Barrett wants it more than anyone else on the floor.
Embiid is at the elbow. He kicks to Horford, over Randall, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Smith against Simmons. From 13, the shot's good from Smith. Smith's got his third basket of the night.
And I like seeing that. Smith Jr. has a strong sense for when to shoot the mid-range.
To the inside, deflects the pass. It's stolen by Randall. Here's Barrett, and it's blocked by Simmons. Kicks to Richardson. Passes to Embiid. Launches a three. It's rebounded by New York. It's tipped, and so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
And a quick look at the numbers for Randall. He's putting up about 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
Yeah, he's willing to take on the scoring load, and he's more than capable of delivering.
Now, here's Barrett. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 6 points for R.J. Barrett. Smith against Simmons. Pass to Richardson. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Oh, he's excellent at seeing the floor. Simmons brings a pass-first mentality to this game.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Trier passes to Barrett. Back to Trier. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his third foul of the game. So for the Knicks, Portis comes in for Randall, and Morris subbed in for Trier. In the corner, it's Morris. The three ball. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's Horford. Missed inside. New York shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively.
Awesome timing on the rejection. Embiid, the big fella. You don't want to bring it in around this guy.
Pass to Thibault. Over Barrett. Knicks with the rebound. Gibson's got 4 rebounds in this game. This one for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 16th rebound on the night.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now, here's Barrett. He has 6. That one goes in.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. When one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Here's the 3. Connects from three-point range. Scott's got 8 points.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for New York. The pass to Portis. Back to Smith. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. Portis can't get it to go. Philadelphia's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. And it's Smith finishing it off.
What speed there from Smith Jr. Excels at tearing up the court when the break is on.
Simmons against Smith. Takes it from 10. It's rebounded by Portis. The Knicks shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Smith, no luck. Philadelphia's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia. 1:50 left in the third quarter. Here's Smith. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, They'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
Knox, he's checked in for the Knicks. Elfrid Payton comes in for Dennis Smith. Then for the 76ers, Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Jonah Bolden comes in for Al Horford. And it's Burke in for Simmons. No good from Payton.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Bolden can't get it to go.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Barrett. Barrett's got 3 assists tonight.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now, here's O'Quinn. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Thibault cans it from downtown.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
New York with the ball. Now Payton. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. It's Scott on the wing. He's got 8, and that one's good. Burke.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Here's Payton. It's hauled in by the 76ers. O'Quinn's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside, Scott passes it to O'Quinn. Over Morris. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's New York with it on the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. We've got Burke, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Mike Scott. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. 3-pointer Ellington. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now here's Burke. Ellington defending. He had a nice open look right there. The Knicks shooting around 29% from the floor. A tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game than eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. The 76ers making a switch here. Ennis is checked in. And so O'Quinn nails both of them. And so it's New York with it. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And O'Quinn sends it back. Up top, Burke. Ellington defending. Here's Bolden. Knicks with the rebound. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and Chris, music. Do you think it's always been this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit you want to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow, they have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
Yeah.
Here's Dotson. Outside Portis. Back to Ellington. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Dotson. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for Philadelphia. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Korkmaz passes to Burke. Pulls it up. And that's good for 2. Burke's got 4 this quarter. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Stolen away. One-on-one here. Here's Korkmaz. Here's O'Quinn. Pass to Korkmaz. Ennis with the ball. Fires from deep. The Knicks pull it in. Knox has got his 4th rebound in this one. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Dotson the pass to Knox. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dotson over Ennis, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chris, regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic, even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories, whether you're talking about the Vlade Divas or the Sabos that came into the game, and even you can go to Marshall Lonis, Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to them, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
Outside Robinson. They need this one. Good as the jump shot falls.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Now here's Burke. D right on him. Here's Bolden. The jumper from the free throw line is good. And so it's New York with it.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Robinson fires the three. No good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Ennis with the ball. And here is Burke. Chris, last season the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was.
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually, some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, you know, not taking away the shine from the team.
And he can't get the first one. And the Knicks making a change here. Gibson's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. The 76ers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Korkmaz passes to Bolden. Over Robinson. And too long on the shot. New York's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. For 3, Ellington sinks the triple.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Now here's Burke. Ellington defending. Now here's O'Quinn. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And Gibson sends it back.
And Gibson just out here to play hard defense, showing great awareness coming up there with that block.
And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Al Horford. He's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Outside Gibson. To the paint. Johnson can't hit.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Burke kicks to Horford. From downtown. That's good from Burke on the assist by Horford. Horford's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. New York's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Ellington the pass to Robinson. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you know, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, you know, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But, yeah, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
Bolden. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Now here's Ellington. Burke covering. Out left to the wing. Gibson dishes to Bullock. 3 on the clock. Dotson. No good on the 3. Philadelphia shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Burke can't get it to go. New York shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Dotson kicks to Bullock. Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Pass to Ellington. From the arc. Scott pulls it in. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 17-7 run. Neto, the pass to Horford, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, and Horford doesn't always shoot a lot of free throws for a star big man. You'd like to see him getting that respect from the officials.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Horford.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And Al Horford drops them both. With more star players changing teams, the word tampering comes up. Chris, is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But, again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through with integrity.
And that one's good. Korkmaz. Now Ellington.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Horford against Robinson. And there's the pass to Bullock. The 3. Scott pulls it in. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And good that time. Korkmaz has got 6 in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Here is Ellington to end the run. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Here's Neto. Ellington defending. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Neto. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Taj Gibson picks one up.
I mean, what I appreciate about Horford is his unselfishness. I mean, he brings a veteran team-first mindset to the table.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Al Horford. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, you got your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Here's Neto. Ellington defending. Neto can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Taken away. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. And the layup falls.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Ellington with it. And Gibson now top the key. Scott pulls it in. Here's Neto. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a 5-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
Just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenged every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Great effort and a big win, Al. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.